In just over 6 months' time, Europe will take centre stage once again in the international arena with the arrival of Euro 2024. With the qualifying groups wrapped up, it's time for the event that can bring hope and optimism, but also despair and concern. That is the draw for UEFA Euro 2024. And this is the right place to find out all you need to know in regards to the drawing process. When and where it will be held, what nations will be there and who is yet to qualify, how the draw itself works and what potential groups of death we could see, and everything else in between as we strive forward towards your guide to the Euro 2024 draw. First, and perhaps most imperative of all, is when is the draw taking place? And that is on Saturday, the 2nd of December. It is taking place locally at 6 PM with the times across the world listed on your screens. Take your time, pause the video, I'll wait. The draw is taking place at one of the 10 host cities, namely Hamburg. Although it won't be taking place at the Stadium Volkspark Stadion, instead it will be at the Elbphilharmonie, a picturesque venue for the fate of multiple European nations. Speaking of European nations, 21 of the 24 nations that will be taking part have been confirmed already, with the other 3 being confirmed in the playoffs in March. I'll get back to the playoff rounds in just a while because it can be a little bit complicated. Looking at the nations that have made it, there are a few that have missed out. The biggest who have failed to make it at this time but will have the chance to qualify through the playoff system are Poland, Wales and Ukraine. All 3 have been present at recent European Championships, but if they're going to make it this time, they're going to have to do it through the playoffs. In terms of nations that have already been eliminated and won't appear in the playoff stages, we're looking at Haaland's Norway, the Republic of Ireland and Sweden, who will all be bitterly disappointed for their campaigns to be over already. But this segment isn't about them really, it's about the nations that have made it, and there are a few more surprises here too. Firstly, and perhaps most notable, is Scotland, who lit up the first 5 matches of their European qualifiers, winning all 5 of them. They have been a little bit underwhelming since, but still managed to qualify quite comfortably. I swear Albania and Slovenia have qualified for just the 2nd time in both of their histories. Looping back around though, as we've already seen, 21 of the 24 nations have already qualified for Euro 2024, so what is to be made of the other 3 places? Well, now you're really asking. So qualifying for the playoffs was dependent on the most recent UEFA Nations League. There were 4 leagues, A, B, C and D, and the leagues of A, B and C were all allocated 1 spot for the Euro 2024 finals. Within each of the 4 leagues there were 4 groups, with the winners of all being allocated a playoff space for UEFA Euro 2024. However, if the nation had already qualified through the qualifying group, then it would roll down to the next place. Now in the case of League A, which has the strongest teams, only Poland and Wales have failed to qualify from their group, so instead the next best ranked teams rolled down to the leagues below, which then leads into the pathing system. 12 nations whittled down to 3 places at Euro 2024. The way this is done is by splitting the 12 nations into 3 groups of 4. Path A features Poland, Wales, Estonia and Finland. Path B shows Israel, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Iceland and Ukraine. And Path C shows Georgia, Greece, Kazakhstan and Luxembourg. The teams will play 1-leg semi-finals and finals, with the winner qualifying for Euro 2024. Looking at each path, we definitely have a diverse range of nations. Of the 12 involved, 6 of them have never qualified for the European Championships. Beginning with Path A, we see Poland versus Estonia and Wales versus Finland. Poland were surprise losers in their qualifying group, so will be favourites going into this match. And Wales' recent international pedigree should put them in a steadfast position to qualify against Finland. In Path B we will see Israel versus Iceland and Bosnia and Herzegovina versus Ukraine. In both matches we will see nations trying to qualify for the first time in the cases of Israel and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Lastly, in Path C we will see Georgia take on Luxembourg and Greece face Kazakhstan. Luxembourg were dangerous in their qualifying group and secured their best ever finish. Equally, Kazakhstan were just 1 match away from qualifying, but they'll have to face former holders of the competition, Greece. In terms of my predictions, I'm going with Poland due to their experience having the likes of Lewandowski and Szczęsny and Krasicki among their ranks. From Path B, I'm expecting Ukraine to qualify, as I believe they have the greater quality than the other teams in their path. And lastly, in Path C, I'm predicting a nation that, should they qualify, will be the only debutants of the tournament, and that is Luxembourg. They have been very consistent over the last year, beating the likes of Bosnia and Iceland, and they are at home in both of their matches in their path. If you really enjoyed that section on how the playoffs work, then you're really going to love this bit on how the draw itself works. If you didn't, well, it's only a short video and this information is still very important. Let's begin. First things first. There are 6 groups of 4 teams. In terms of seeding for the draw, there will be 4 pots. Pot 1, Pot 2, Pot 3, and Pot 4. Pot 1 includes hosts Germany, as well as Portugal, France, Spain, Belgium, and England. Pot 2 sees Hungary, Turkey, Romania, Denmark, Albania, and Austria. Pot 3 sees the Netherlands, Scotland, Croatia, Slovenia, Slovakia, and the Czech Republic. And Pot 4 sees Italy, Serbia, Switzerland, and the 3 playoff winners that will be confirmed in March. From here, it's actually quite simple. Germany will automatically be in Group A due to being hosts, but quite simply, it's 1 team per pot per group. So it should be reasonably easy to follow the draw live. Although saying that, UEFA do like to complicate things. Looking at the pots for the competition, there are certainly some interesting possibilities. A group of death is definitely possible with the way the pots are formed. One potential outcome is a repeat of the Euro 2008 group of death, which saw France, Italy, the Netherlands and Romania drawn together. Although saying that, all of the teams in pot 1 will be hoping to avoid the Netherlands and Italy. A nation that has certainly gone under the radar that teams will be hoping to avoid is Hungary. They were fantastic in the latest Nations League, finishing second in a group consisting of Italy, Germany and England, with Hungary beating the latter 2 away from home. On top of that, at Euro 2020 they were drawn in a group of death with France, Germany and Portugal, and although they finished bottom, they did prevent both France and Germany from beating them. Another potential outcome we could see is Serbia and Croatia being drawn together, which in the past has been highly controversial, and we may well see sparks fly again. Numerous local broadcasters across a multitude of countries will be covering the Euro 2024 draw, but the safest bet if you are unsure where to find it in your nation is on either UEFA's website, their YouTube channel, or on the UEFA Euro 2024 app. So that's that then. All the information you could possibly need in regards to the Euro 2024 draw. Let me know below your thoughts heading into the draw. Who are your early favourites for the competition? Who do you maybe want to see drawn together? But until then, thank you for watching.